went to Sringeri. So it's a beautiful place in the Ghats, and I think it's some sort of a Shivananda temple. Maybe there's like 6 around India or something. Anyway, I went there. It's got a river, it's got a temple, ashram, women washing by the river, loads of fish, an elephant in the river, a priest chanting with a small boy throwing flowers and coconut into the river. But they've got a temple which is on a big courtyard. It's not a big temple, but it's like massive stone. And there was nobody there when I was there. So I'm sitting there under a tree where I left my chillum. I thought it was a good place. And I looked at this temple. And normally when you look at something, you look at the material, like the stone. That's the temple. And for the first time, because it had steps going up, and then a bit like a mini Parthenon, columns, big stone cut columns, and between the columns there was like empty space. I mean, I'm looking at the columns, but then I looked at the space, and I thought, man, this temple is just a frame for the space. Okay, but space didn't mean anything before. So now space, as I realized yesterday, is really what it's all about. You go transcend the material because you can see the space somehow, or feel the space, or realize the space, or are looking for the space. And that space is what people are saying. It's, the mind is limited by its thinking process, of thinking processor. And we think that's all there is. Our culture says that's all there is. In India they say there's more than the mind. In fact, they say the mind is enslaving us, because we're always thinking, which is our humanness. We got the mind, right? But is there more than the mind? I mean, who tells you there's more than the mind? But actually, when there's no mind, you're left with space, cosmic space. And that's what we're all part of, whoever we are.